Welcome back to the Mass Music Morning Show. This is your boy DJ Famous Shamus. I'm joined this morning by none other than Shlomo Bowe.
It's cracking.
And Jimmy from the Q.
Yep.
Now, gentlemen, we're going to be talking about our favorite album arts of all time. Now, this question, when I was immediately proposed it, I had an answer. I had a crisp, clear answer. I've really always had it my entire life. And that was My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West.
That's a good one.
First album I ever bought with my own money. I remember going to the Newberry Comics at the South Shore Plaza.
Yeah, right. You boosted it.
No, I swear to God, I had my Christmas money. I went in there with the $20 bill. I was like, I'm walking out of here with some Kanye today. But the more I thought about it, I realized how much of a damn fool I am. Because that's not my favorite album art of all time. My favorite album art of all time, Lil B the Bass God, Bass Jam, probably the best Lil B mixtape that there is. He's literally edited his face onto Michael Jordan's face, like on some face and whole shit, and just put Bass Jam instead of Space Jam. Amazing work. Fits the fucking album so perfectly, and you know me, I'm definitely a part of the Bitch Mob Task Force, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm Lil B gang all day.
That's awesome.
And I know I showed you that album art, and you loved it too.
The album art is fire. The album itself, I can't I didn't really listen to it, so no opinion. But I saw the album artwork. Very creative. I like it.
Shout out Lil B.
I give it a 10 out of 10.
Shout out to Lil B. What are you feeling though, Shlomo?
Man, there's so many albums that I truly just love. I mean, I could look around the studio and just...
You got a bunch on the wall.
I have a ton up on the wall. But one that sticks out to me, and it'll always be cemented in my memory, is "Nothing Was the Same" with Drake with his head in the clouds.
That's a good one.
It's absolutely iconic. Another one that I really, really liked just growing up was "Reasonable Doubt." Jay-Z looks just so suave, bro. He's got the hat on, looking fresh.
I was gonna say Reasonable Doubt too, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And another one too from the Nothing Was the Same era is Good Kid, Mad City with the minivan.
With the minivan?
Yeah.
That's a clutch one right there as well.
Kendrick's always, I mean, with the exception of the Untitled album where it's just nothing really.
Yeah, it was like the color. It was very basic.
He's had some fire album, like To Pimp Butterfly.
Even that one I liked. Untitled, Unmastered, yeah. No, all of them are honestly amazing. I feel like if I'm going to analyze this question from a local point of view, I think my favorite Boston area artist, album art, definitely Cousin Stiz Monda.
Oh, yeah.
His friend Monda that passed away. And then he has his name actually tatted on his arm.
Yeah, that's fire.
Amazing artwork, honestly. I have that on vinyl, and every time I look at it, it just brings me back. So that's definitely one of my favorites. But Jimmy from the Q, you've been silent over there. I know you've been thinking.
This is a tough one.
It's a tough one, you know what I mean?
And I think you really can't go wrong with like any Kanye West album, especially, I'm surprised your favorite wasn't Ye, which is just the writing in the mountains.
I did like it. I will say when he dropped that, I was like, damn, he's just like me.
Well, just like Lil B, simple but yet effective. And shout out to Lil B, my most famous Twitter follower. Shout out to you. But for me personally, Get Rich or Die Trying, 50 Cent. And it's just mad iconic. And
That's
I remember,
iconic as
I remember
fuck.
having the actual physical CD and like just being like, wow, like this feels like the biggest rap album ever. Like
with
this,
with the bullet shot like through the thing.
Yeah, it's
I
like
love it.
so yeah, the bullet shot was a big component of that. But also shout out Die Lit, Playboy Cardi.
Ooh, that's an amazing one.
Yep, definitely. I like that one. And KOD, J. Cole.
Ooh,
I thought it was pretty good too.
I got a honorable mention. The
What are you
Great
going?
Adventures of Slick Rick. You guys ever seen that album cover?
I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's awesome. It's like the city of New York, and then it's him just standing in front of it looking like an absolute boss. If you can pull it up, Seamus.
Wow,
Show that to James real quick.
that's amazing. Here, let me get a good picture up.
Another notable
Old school
mention,
New York too. I like that.
Oh, hell yeah. Another notable mention is Doggy Style, Snoop Dogg.
That's actually a really good one. The animated shit on it. Fucking 10 out of 10 right there.
Hell yeah.
You know, it's funny too. I feel like, you know, with this question comes another question.
What's that?
What makes an album art great? You know, and I know this is very philosophical. I know this is deep. Because like you said with Kanye's, what was it, Ye? With the little writing on it, with a picture that he just took while he was driving. It's very simple, but executed perfectly. You know what I mean? Like, it did a good job.
Something that has, thought and, intention.
And even Untitled, Unmastered, like you talk about with Kendrick, it's very simplistic and almost not finished in a way, which is kind of the whole premise of the album itself. You know what I mean?
It tells the tale of the album.
It tells the tale of it, and like they say, a picture tells 1,000 words. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're gonna draw something from that image the second that you see it. You know what I mean? And I think when that feeling or whatever is derived from that image that you see, if that feeling is translated into the music that you feel as well, it just becomes an entire experience that you'll never forget.
Oh yeah,
I think it's a very slept-on factor to have some very dope artwork.
Yeah.
Because really, you wanted to illustrate the music you're putting out there.
Yeah. Especially this day and age with so much new music coming out there, like you see, it's kind of like a book. You know what I mean? Obviously, they say don't judge a book by its cover, but if you see a book with a fucking awesome cover, you're more likely to fucking
catch your eye.
You know what I mean? Check it out.
I think the reason why, James, is because streaming kind of switched the game up. I mean, in the mid 90s, even to like early 2000s, buying physical CDs. I know if you rewind the clock all the way back to vinyls, right? LPs, the inside of the it was a whole thing. You know, you put a lot of emphasis and effort into that, and so when you move into CDs, it's like a little obviously more condensed. But I love collecting them and reading the notes. Sometimes what you do with those little tiny books, it's important. Sometimes they shout out their whole team. Sometimes there's just pictures of the creation of the album. There's so many things you could do with it, and it's a slept-on part of the culture.
And I think another thing, even when speaking about those packets too, is the fact that a lot of the times you get to see collaborators that you didn't even know were on the song. Like I remember seeing because that's exactly what I did with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
The liner,
I looked into the liner notes and just to see who was involved. I remember seeing Drake on a bunch of tracks, and I was like, "What the hell?" Like, I didn't even know he was a part of the process. You know what I mean? So it sort of paints a more full picture, if you will. But another one, if we're doing honorable mentions, Mavi, Let the Sun Talk.
Oh yeah.
One of the best albums of 2019 by far. There's the album art right there for everyone in the studio. It's like a nice painting of him. Amazing project, and I love the fact that it's a self-portrait too. It's just because the album itself becomes, you know what I mean, sort of a self-portrait as you listen to it, you know what I mean? So, like we talked about with the overall feeling that can be derived from the album art image, I think that one does a really good job.
And I'm a sucker for like super famous, actually, like Nirvana's one I really like. Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd, and then the NWAs,
the Beatles too, walking on the sidewalk type joint.
Yeah, and all those are like, now you could go to Walmart and buy those T-shirts for $10, and it's because and those albums came out forever ago.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy to think that.
And posters like colleges and stuff like that, dorm rooms, like
every college has one of those albums.
And if we're going for the last one, I have one last album art to toss in.
What is it?
Californication by the Red Hot
Chili
Peppers. With the pool of fire. Pool. Oh my god. It's just, it doesn't get more perfect than
I love that.
It really does.
It's amazing. Yo, if you guys have another absolutely incredible album artwork that we missed, let us know.
Or if you want to show us yours.
Yeah. If you're an artist, I'm saying you're trying to get your music out there, let us know. Send it to us. But until then, have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Peace.
Suck it.
This is Antonio Acquelli.
This is the one and only JQ from the Hills Turn podcast.
This is Jimmy from the Q.
And you're listening to Mass Music Radio.
And you're listening to Mass Music Radio.
Mass Music Radio.